Hello, it's me, Eli, aka Slim. So I've been just enjoying making these videos, to be honest with you. So I wanted to make another one. This one's about Scattered Nexus again. I think most of the ones for the rest of the next 2 months are most going to be about Scattered Nexus. I want to make this video to talk about something I found out from making the last video, which is fun. So the last video I made was talking about the different genres of my card game, Scattered Nexus. And I broke down the 10 different genres that the comics fall in and kind of explaining what that does and what they mean. The funny part about that is that after I had that, I then went back and looked at the factions I had already made, the ones from 2020 and the ones from 2022 that I'm working on now, and they didn't quite match up to what I had said in the previous video. So I ended up having that decision to make. What is really the goal? Because, my process for making a faction is I read the whole comic. I kind of decide for myself what genres I believe it falls into. I ask the creator what genres they believe work in it. And then I kind of make an educated decision from there, as well as, taking game mechanics into consideration. So if, there's a character in there that's just punching everything or blowing stuff up all the time, if they're a protagonist, that might just be enough to make it action, even if it's, kind of a different genre. So, trying to figure out what character abilities get incorporated as well. But that's kind of where, a character's third type would come into. Anyway, I say all that to say, I had to figure out if I should adjust my understanding of how the genres work and function. So fixing the previous video I made, or changing some of the card abilities in the previous two blocks to have them better represent the genre video I made. So, stayed up all night fixing the cards. Now what I realized is that the genre video I made was a much more accurate representation of my overall vision of the game. Kind of the high level, big picture that I wanted. So I didn't want to lose that. And realizing that the previous two factions I made didn't really fit into place nicely made me want to change it a little bit. And I do want to clarify, the changes were very small. It was change the wording. So the card pretty much does the same thing, but just references different context. So just a little bit more in line with, for example, I had a couple of fantasy factions that changed location because that's kind of how the story worked. And then I realized in my video I said that adventure genre are the ones that are more likely to change locations. So I, try to figure out do I really want them to change location still? Should I have them do something else? And, just kind of did a couple little tweaks. So I did take the change locations off of some of the fantasy and add them more consistently on some of the adventure. And, just kind of moved a couple things around. The overall faction still works the same. It's more their events and some of the character abilities got a couple small tweaks. So, but it was a lot of fun, and it was really cool. I'm glad I made that video so that I could reference it myself when I'm going further into the game design space. As I'm making new factions, I do have a foundation, a bedrock to build off of with that in mind. And it's gonna make it so much easier for when I'm, working on the next, the comics for next year or the year after that. I also think, just heads up, the next one I believe is going to be the black and white block. I found a lot of comics and even some that are just kind of hanging out on the back burner from a couple years ago. Some of my that I've become close friends with who have black and white comics, and I'm a big fan of black and white. I love the contrast, so I think that's more likely to be the set number 3. It's going to be a black and white edition. Just got to figure out a couple logistics on that. But yeah, I'm super excited about that. And like I said, I'm going to have some faction videos coming out soon. I kind of just getting the script together, but that I should be rolling out with that in the next week or two. So that's it. I just wanted to say that when you're making designs, it's good to document yourself and have a big picture view. So that way, as you're getting off into the weeds and you're doing the small detailed work, you have something to reference and to kind of hold yourself accountable to. So that was a lesson I learned. Wanted to share that. And as I said, I'm enjoying making these videos. So I don't know. Let me know if you like them. Maybe I'll just do more of these. And if maybe, I mean, I'm enjoying them so much. I might just keep doing them, even if, I'm just doing them for myself. Hey, you gotta do things for yourself sometimes. It's very important. But all right, that's it. I'll talk to you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.